Good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this video. Thank you for coming in for another 10 roll hunt. No cents on this one. We got quarters, we got dimes, we've got nickels. We do have 2 rolls of bank wrap because they were short of their customer wrapped, and I was looking at these, not looking forward to it. That is a nice shiny new nickel on that end, and that is a tail end, nice shiny new. Don't know, but I'm going to guess. Nice shiny new. This might be a new box, and when I flipped it over, that is a 1923 Denver. So I'm going to guess those 2 rolls are brand new. Our dimes, at least, are circulated. And just because I know we're going to do this, let's do this real quick for everybody here. I think I did this. Nope, wasn't on the nickels. Oop, right there. I got probably a foreign one in there. So here, we'll flip that around. So that's the ender. So there's probably going to be a foreign dime out of that one. Definitely magnetic there. And that's what I noticed here with the quarters. If I could find where that one went. There it is. Got the same, a nice strong one there. So we're going to start with the quarters, because we do have a foreign, and they tape this. Why do they tape these? Well, that's why they taped it. Look at how beat up that edge is. So people reusing wrappers. Wrappers can only go so far when you reuse them. And let's see, there it is. Let's see what that one is. It's got a little crud on the face. Ooh, Canadian and colorized. 1812 Tecumseh. All right, so what do we have here? We have an 1812 Tecumseh. And flip that over. That is a Canadian 2012. That's got a little color in it. That is nice. I might have to see if I can get that crud off of it. That's a brilliant find. I like finding unique foreign coins in there. I mean, I see a lot of Canadians, but that's a fun Canadian here. Nothing else in there. Let's look at these. These are a little bit newer on the edge. While I'm recording, I will, no extra leaf, dang it. I will go through these a little bit closer off camera. I will get to these other ones as well. And I will bring you back in. Holy damage. I'll bring you back in for any finds or the summary of the quarters. All right, folks, here we go with the round of the quarters. Actually, better than what I was expecting. Nothing extreme, as we saw in that first one. I still love this. That Tecumseh, I did get some of that gunk off, so you can see his face a little bit better. Maybe that better focus. There you go. Tecumseh, and that is again 2012 Canadian. Don't know much about the Canadian, but I just love that it's colored, the 1812, and so 200 anniversary. But having the red maple leaf there's always fun. Speaking of colored coins, we've got a arcade coin here, 1990. That is solid blue painted, so that's from an arcade jukebox. Some point of business that was using their own coins to work the machine. So nice, fun little story behind us. We got red and blue going on across the top. Modern finds, we do have 2 of the new semi-quincentennial 2026. This is the Mayflower Compact. Not the first ones. I'm starting to see these more and more in circulation. These are both Philadelphia. So we've got 2 of those. And then of the lower, I won't say low mintage, but lower mintage coins, we do have a couple from 2009. We've got our Puerto Rico, and that one is Philadelphia. We have a U.S. Virgin Islands, probably the one I see the most of for the 2009s, and that is also from Philadelphia. And we did keep them come across. This is the last year they were cutting back on their minting between 2009 and 2012. And even here, this is your Hawaii Volcanoes 2012, a little bit older or harder to find. That is a Denver mint. And that one still had under 100 million. I believe that's 78, 75, 78 million minted. So it's under 100 million minted, which is low for quarters. So that those are the quarter finds. We're going mosey on to our dimes, and as we said, this first row here, and this one's got that magnetic one, not as strong as that quarter, but let's take a look at the dimes, see what we have in these rolls. I'm going to assume they're all from the same person, but this is the only one that had the magnetic edge. There we go, and take a look, and I can see it from there, but let's just have fun with this, and boop, there it is. We have, if I can get it off the magnet, we have a Queen Elizabeth II. So that is 10 cents, 1974 Canadian. So there's the foreign find, and it looks like everything else is clad. Got a couple newer edges here. Let's just take a look here. 2005. It's got a nice thick edge. Not that you can judge proofs by the edges. 2005. Good condition for a 97. We got a 67. And we got a 2000. So I'll go through these off camera here, and I'll get with the rest of the dimes, and I will bring you in if there's any other finds. All right, folks, here we are at the end of the dimes. No real finds. We did have just one Canadian foreign find in there, and that is a pretty modern 1974. Good year for Canadian dimes. So that was it. I'm going to get going on our nickels, and I'll bring you in for the summary of the nickels. All right, not too many finds in those 10 rolls either. Let's see here. We did get one Canadian again. This was a 1999 Canadian nickel. We did have one 1968 San Francisco, wee bit dirty, but to add that to the San Francisco collections. And we had a 30, 40, and 50. We had a 1939, and that is Philadelphia. No doubling on that one. We had a 1941, and that also is Philadelphia. Common there. And we have our 1956 Denver. So all common nickels. Just to bring these back in, let's see if I can get zoomed out just a little bit here for you. As that recap, we did only have that one dime up there, Canadian. Oh, there we go. Camera just not wanting to work for me today. And there we go. And then with the quarters, we did have that Canadian again, Canadian theme, but I really like this one. I keep coming back to it. I got to look at that more. Tecumseh. That was a 2012 anniversary colorized. That's why I like that one. Canadian. And then we did have two Philadelphia, and those are the new Mayflower compacts. So that was it. Pretty common, no frill, 10 roll hunt. Some fun finds. So thank you for joining in and making it all the way here to the end of this video. I like showing that, yes, not all hunts are filled with wows. You go through a lot of coins and to get those wow coins. But this is an average hunt for me. Thanks for making it to the end again. If you haven't already, please remember, give me those thumbs up. Click that subscribe button so you know when more content is coming out. And until the next time, folks, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and happy hunting.